What's the single most valuable thing you could possibly give to a real estate agent? It's not an AI assistant, it's not a website, and it's definitely not a bunch of generic social media posts. It's a homeowner raising their hand and saying, I'm thinking about selling my house. Because new listings are the lifeblood of a successful real estate business. So today, I'm going to show you how I use GoHighLevel and AI to create a system designed to find potential home sellers and put those opportunities directly in front of a real estate agent. And we're going to do something much more compelling than the tired old "what's my home worth" offer you've probably seen 1,000 times out there. We're going to create what I call a personalized seller profit report. It's built around one very powerful question. If you sold your home today, approximately how much money would you actually walk away with? And here's what I really love about today's video. I'm not going to have you manually build every form, every field, every workflow and automation along with me. I used GoHighLevel's Ask AI to help build this system for me. I'm going to show you the finished system inside my actual sub-account, explain what was built, and show you how all the pieces work together. So if you're thinking, Don, this sounds great, but I don't know how to build all this stuff. Well, don't worry. I'm going to do the heavy lifting for you. But before we start, would you please do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to the channel as always, and share it with someone who's looking for a practical AI side hustle as well. And comment agent below. When you do, I'll send you my private link that unlocks a free 30-day trial of the very software GoHighLevel that I personally use to make my money. And when you use my link, I'm also going to give you my complete AI assistance course, my pre-built AI voice assistants, my pre-built websites, my funnels, my complete GoHighLevel snapshot, and free access to my private group, along with invitations to my live weekly Zoom Q&A sessions where you get me live. And I'm going to include this seller lead generation system we're talking about today, so you don't have to start from scratch. All right, let's jump in. Oh, but before I show you what Ask AI built, let's understand exactly what we're trying to accomplish. Our goal is not to automatically spit out some questionable online home valuation. We're certainly not pretending that you need to become a realtor, appraiser, or real estate expert to offer this service. The realtor is going to handle all the real estate part. Let's make that clear. We're building the marketing machine that finds the opportunity. And here's how it works. First, we create an irresistible offer for homeowners called the Personalized Seller Profit Report. The homeowner lands on our homepage and requests their free report. We collect some key details about their property and timeline. Think about what just happened there. The homeowner has identified themselves. They've told us where they live. They've told us that they're considering selling, and that's exactly the type of opportunity that a real estate agent wants. So what did we need GoHighLevel to build? Well, first, we needed the seller profit report funnel. Then we needed a seller intake form to collect the homeowner's information. We needed a thank you page where a serious seller could take the next step. We needed an automated workflow to immediately respond when somebody requests a report. We needed an internal notification to alert the realtor that a new potential seller has just raised their hand. We needed a seller pipeline so the realtor could track these opportunities. We needed a calendar opportunity so homeowners could schedule a seller strategy call. And finally, we needed a way to promote the offer using social media and continually drive homeowners into the funnel. That's quite a few moving pieces, isn't it? But rather than spending this entire video clicking around and manually building all of them from scratch, I used GoHighLevel's Ask AI to help me create the system. It's really like magic. So now let's go into my actual sub-account and I'll show you what we've got. Okay, we're inside my GoHighLevel sub-account now, and let me quickly walk you through the system. I'm not going to turn this into some complicated technical tutorial. I simply want you to see how the pieces all work together. Let's start with the most important part, the offer. So I'm going to open Sites, then Funnels, and Seller Profit Report Funnel. This is a page the homeowner sees after clicking one of our social media posts or another promotion. And notice the positioning. We're not asking, what's your home worth? We're asking the much more interesting question. If you sold your home today, how much money could you actually walk away with? That's the hook. The purpose of this page is very simple. We want homeowners who may be thinking about selling to raise their hands. Now, let's look at what happens when they do. Here's our seller profit report intake form, and we're collecting the basics, their name, email, phone number, and property address. But then we go a little deeper. We ask for their approximate mortgage balance, the condition of the property, major improvements they've made, and most importantly, when are they thinking about selling? Immediately, within 3 months, within 6 months, 6 to 12 months, or maybe they're just curious. Think about how valuable that information could be to a real estate agent. This isn't simply somebody clicking like on an Instagram post. This is a homeowner who's voluntarily telling us, here's my house, and I'm considering selling it. Now, let's look at what happens after they submit the form. After that form is submitted, they're taken to this thank you page confirming that their personalized seller profit report has been requested. But we're not going to waste this page. We're going to give them an opportunity to schedule a complimentary 15-minute seller strategy call directly with the realtor. So if this homeowner is serious, they can actually book an appointment right now. Now, let's go back behind the scenes. And here's where GoHighLevel really starts doing the heavy lifting. When somebody submits our seller report form, this workflow kicks in automatically. The homeowner receives an immediate response confirming that we've received their request. At the same time, the realtor receives an immediate notification telling them that they have a new potential seller opportunity. So just imagine you're the realtor. Your phone alerts you and you see new seller opportunity. John Smith, 123 Main Street, considering selling within 3 months. Approximate mortgage balance, property condition, and whatever other information we've collected. That's a pretty interesting notification to receive. And we don't stop there. We're going to open the opportunities pipeline, and this is where we put that homeowner into our seller opportunity pipeline. And I've kept this incredibly simple. New seller lead, contacted, seller strategy call, CMA prepared, listing appointment, and the one every realtor wants to see, listing one. Now the agent can actually see potential sellers moving through their business instead of trying to remember who filled out a form or searching through old emails. And finally, we have the promotional side. This is where we can create seller-focused social media content and schedule it in advance. Every one of these posts can drive homeowners back to our seller profit report funnel. So let's take a look at what Ask AI helped us put together. We've got the offer, we've got the funnel, we've got the intake form, we've got the appointment opportunity here, we've got the automated follow-up, we've got the realtor notification, we've got the seller pipeline, and we've got a way to continually promote the offer. All those pieces work together as one simple seller lead generation machine. And that is what we're actually selling to the real estate agent. Now, here's something really important. You are not responsible for determining what somebody's house is worth. The realtor does that. Remember what I keep telling you in these videos? We don't sell AI, sell the result. Your job is to create the system that produces the opportunity. Once the realtor receives the seller lead, they can use their MLS and professional experience to prepare a CMA or comparative market analysis. They determine an estimated selling range. They can provide the recent comparable sales. They can discuss what's happening in that particular neighborhood. They can talk about pricing strategy, and they can recommend things a homeowner might want to do before listing the property. Maybe it's, I don't know, painting, landscaping, decluttering, making a few repairs, whatever makes sense for that particular property. So now, combine the realtor's estimated selling range with the homeowner's approximate mortgage balance and estimated selling expenses, and suddenly the conversation isn't simply your house might be worth 1.2 million. It's if your home sold around this amount, here's approximately how much money you might actually walk away with. And that is a much more interesting conversation for the seller. And here's the important part. The report isn't really the ultimate objective. The conversation is. The report gives the realtor a legitimate reason to speak with a homeowner who has already told us they're considering selling. Now think about this from the realtor's perspective. If you approach an agent and say, I'd like to manage your social media, that's not particularly exciting. They've most likely heard that 100 times from 100 different people. But instead, imagine saying, I'm going to give you a system designed to identify homeowners in your market who may be considering selling and put those opportunities, those leads, directly in front of you. And I'm telling you, now you've got their attention, because one good listing could potentially be worth thousands of dollars in commissions to that agent. And now think about how this fits into the AI assistant side hustle I've already been teaching you. Your AI voice assistant helps the realtor answer buyer calls. It answers questions about their listings. It captures leads. It helps schedule showings. It's super, super valuable. Your website and AI chat widget help engage visitors online. And now this system is designed to help the realtor potentially find new sellers and new listings. You're no longer selling them some cool AI assistant. You're becoming part of their business. And that's how you become uber valuable. That's how you become much harder to cancel. So now we've built the machine, but we still need homeowners to see the offer. And that's where social media becomes super important. And I don't mean posting just for the sake of posting. Every piece of content should have a purpose. For example, thinking about selling this year? Before you make a decision, find out approximately how much money you could actually walk away with. Request your free personalized seller profit report. Another post could say, your online home estimate doesn't tell you what really matters, approximately what you could put in your pocket after the sale. Another could target people going through life changes, thinking about downsizing, moving, retiring. Before you list your home, find out what selling could potentially mean for you financially. Every one of those posts points back to our seller profit report funnel. And because we're using GoHighLevel's social planner, we can create this content ahead of time and schedule it. Now, we're not simply managing social media. We're using social media to feed a seller lead generation machine. And that is a huge difference. Now, if you're watching this thinking, Don, this looks great, but there's no way I'm going to know how to build all of this. Good. You're smart. You caught it. Because I don't want you spending the next 3 weeks trying to figure it all out. I want you focused on getting clients. That's why I had GoHighLevel Ask AI help me build a system. And I'm going to include my completed version in the resources I provide to people who get started through my private, free 30-day GoHighLevel trial link. So instead of staring at a blank GoHighLevel account, wondering what to do, you start with what I've already created. Then you customize it for your realtor. And it's simple. You just change their name, you change their logo, change their market, connect their calendar, and connect their social media accounts. And just get it working. That's the beauty of my templates and my snapshots. Build it once, duplicate it over and over and over again. It's exactly how I approach my AI assistants, websites, funnels, and everything else in this business. So now look at what we're creating here. You find a realtor. You send them the simple Loom video I've showed you in my previous videos. They say yes. You demonstrate your pre-built AI assistant. You customize it using their listings. You give them one of your pre-built websites and connect your AI chat widget, and now you give them a seller lead generation system designed to help them potentially find new listings, new leads. You're giving that agent more and more reasons to keep you around. And the beautiful thing is you customize, connect, test, and deliver. And that's why I believe this is such an incredible beginner-friendly side hustle. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to become an AI expert. And you certainly don't need to become a real estate expert or even have a real estate license. You're using technology to solve problems for businesses. You're using technology to add massive value. That's the opportunity. Look, if you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with somebody who's also looking for a practical way to build an AI side hustle. And most importantly, comment agent below. When you do, I'm going to send you my private link for a free 30-day trial of the exact GoHighLevel software I personally use to make my money. And when you use my link, I'm going to give you my complete AI assistance course, my pre-built AI voice assistants, my pre-built websites, my funnels, my complete snapshot, and this seller lead generation system, free access to my private community, and invitations to my live weekly Zoom Q&A sessions where you can ask me your questions directly so you never get stuck. I'm trying to remove as many of the technical obstacles as I possibly can so you can concentrate on the one thing that actually builds your business, getting your first paying client. Remember, don't sell AI, sell the result, and I'll see you in the next video.
That was easy.